Caitlin Clark is the face of basketball. At least she's getting a signature basketball deal with Wilson, the first player since Michael Jordan to do so. I have described Clark as the Michael Jordan of her generation, considering impact, and I do believe she could be the biggest star in the sport, man or woman, going forward.
Where he's like Wayne Gretzky, Michael Jordan, probably eventually Caitlin Clark, where it's like individual people make an entire country tune into their sport.
1,000%.
Like hockey was never bigger than when Wayne Gretzky was playing it, and it was ridiculous how much it grew the sport.
Tiger Woods.
What a bunch of spoiled, jealous brats. All I want to hear from them is thank you. That's it. That's all they should be saying to Caitlin Clark. Thank you so much for calling attention to our sport that literally no one cares about. Nobody. No one cares about women's basketball. They don't care about it at the college level. They don't care about the WNBA. The only reason they're watching it now is because of that one woman, who apparently, I'm not a sports person, but I'm told is the Michael Jordan of women's basketball.
Caitlin Clark thought she had the game in her hands. The court, the cameras, the crowd. It was all hers. She made history by becoming the first female basketball player since Michael Jordan to land a signature deal with Wilson, the official ball provider of the NBA and WNBA.
The one thing that I love that she's bringing to her sport, more people want to watch. More people want to tune in. Don't get it twisted. Don't get it fucked up. Caitlin Clark is the reason why a lot of great things is going to happen for the WNBA.
The brand didn't just slap her name on a product, they dropped an entire gold and white collector's edition basketball line, etched with her record-breaking stats and unforgettable moments. It sold out in under 40 minutes. People didn't just buy the balls, they treated it like a sneaker drop. Wilson's global brand manager publicly declared Clark a cultural icon. She wasn't just another promising player, she was the player. Retail chains couldn't keep her merchandise in stock, arenas were packed like never before, and the WNBA finally had a face that moved numbers like primetime NFL. But behind all the applause, not everyone was clapping.
But for her individually, I don't think she should get involved on nothing that's being said. Just go, have fun, enjoy. But I'm rooting for Caitlin because I've been in that seat before. I've walked that road before. I hope she kills. I hope Aaliyah Boston does amazing. I hope they do great. I'm just kind of in this mode right now because I'm getting the same, thing from watching my son, who's a 19-year-old, kind of getting a lot of animosity and hatred towards him when he's just a kid trying to live out his dream.
Enter Angel Reese. While Caitlin basked in corporate glory, Angel Reese was watching. And she wasn't watching like a fan. She was watching like someone who saw the game from the inside, someone who knew what really goes on when a league chooses its favorite. Angel didn't just throw shade, she threw the entire spotlight back on Caitlin, calling out what many have been too polite to say. She wasn't mad about the deal, she was mad about the narrative. Angel's issue wasn't that Caitlin Clark got paid, it was how fast it happened. The WNBA had been home to legends who clawed their way to respect, attention, and endorsement crumbs for over 2 decades.
There's a very small number of men and women that actually get to live out their dream of playing a professional sport. And we have grown-ass men and women out here doing whatever they can to try to make sure that does not happen. That is the weirdest thing in the world, but it is what it is, and I'm glad that Caitlin has a great head on her shoulders.
Players like Sue Bird, Diana Taurasi, and yes, even Angel Reese had built the foundation that Clark now danced on. So, when Caitlin walked in and got the red carpet before her rookie contract even dried, Reese saw something deeper. And she wasn't about to stay quiet. Reese's indirect shots online stirred something. Her cryptic Instagram posts, her pointed likes, her thinly veiled tweets, they weren't just personal, they were surgical. They were saying what veterans whispered in locker rooms, that this wasn't just about talent, it was about image. And while Caitlin's image was getting the royal treatment, Angel's truth was being pushed aside. Suddenly, the deal that was meant to crown Caitlin Clark the queen of women's basketball turned into a pressure cooker.
Nice pass, and one. How's that not an and one? What is this? She's basketball Jesus. She's basketball Jesus. Call a timeout. People aren't appreciating what we're witnessing. Imagine if you could rewind the clock, be like, I'm going to watch every second of Michael Jordan's career. That's what we have here.
Every headline she saw that compared her to Michael Jordan started to feel heavier. Every sellout that was supposed to celebrate her success now carried a question mark. Was it all earned, or was the league choosing a face that was easier to sell? The numbers told one story. Caitlin Clark was drawing 1.18 million viewers per game, 3 times the WNBA average. Her social clips were going viral every week. People who didn't even know the WNBA existed last year were now clearing their schedules to watch Fever games. Gen Z loved her. Middle America adored her. Even boomers said she reminded them of Larry Bird. And yet, that wasn't enough to shield her from the blowback. Because when Angel spoke, the culture listened. And the moment Reese challenged the narrative, cracks began to show. Caitlin Clark started facing a new kind of defense, not from opposing guards, but from the media, from veterans, from the very league that once crowned her. Every time she stepped on the court, it wasn't just about dropping threes. It was about proving she deserved the empire being built around her. Then came the biggest blow. Michael Jordan himself stepped into the ring. He didn't just nod at Clark's success, he gave her a full-on endorsement. He said it was amazing seeing kids dribbling with her ball the same way they once mimicked him with his. He said the WNBA owed her. He didn't call her a promising player, he called her a movement. If Caitlin Clark was already under fire, Jordan's stamp of approval only poured gasoline on it. Because now, she wasn't just being compared to the GOAT, she was walking beside him, stat for stat. The internet caught fire with the stat that she and Jordan were the only rookies in NBA or WNBA history to average 18 points, 8.5 assists, 5 rebounds, 1 block, and 2 steals per game in the playoffs. The torch had been passed, but not everyone was ready to accept it. Some veterans felt it was too much, too soon. Others believed the media had orchestrated a golden girl moment without acknowledging the grind of the women who paved the way. The tension wasn't just social, it was physical. On the court, Clark began taking hits. Screens came harder, trash talk got louder, and the looks? Icy. Instead of celebrating a new era, it felt like the league was fighting itself. On one side, a rookie who was rewriting the rules. On the other, a chorus of veterans who felt forgotten. Angel Reese didn't just expose the imbalance, she exposed the emotion behind it. The jealousy, the frustration, the years of feeling invisible. Caitlin may have had the deals, but Angel had the truth. The backlash started affecting Caitlin. Publicly, she smiled, but privately, the pressure mounted. She wasn't just playing basketball anymore, she was defending a brand, a league, and $1 billion image built around her. Every missed shot became a debate, every turnover, a think piece. Her endorsements were now loaded with expectation, and her legacy, barely even begun, was being dissected like she was already a legend. And what about the league? For the first time in decades, the WNBA was under a spotlight so bright, it couldn't ignore its own reflection. Caitlin Clark's presence exposed everything the league had been failing to do: market its stars, grow its fan base, and invest in the future. Her $76,000 salary compared to her $11 million in endorsements made the league look like it was stuck in 1995. Charter flights? Suddenly approved after she joined. TV deals? Exploded overnight. She didn't cause the problems, but she revealed them, and that made her a target. As the narrative spiraled, even legends like Charles Barkley jumped in. He scorched the league for how it was treating Clark. He said straight up, the hate, the jealousy, the passive aggressiveness, it was ruining the WNBA's best shot at going mainstream. Stephen A. Smith echoed the same sentiment, saying Clark was doing for the WNBA what MJ did for the NBA and Tiger Woods did for golf. And yet, the locker rooms were still tense. Players like D. Carrington fired off passive tweets. Others side-eyed her success. And Clark, for all her talent, was suddenly the most polarizing player in the league. Not because she asked to be, but because the league made her the face of a revolution it wasn't ready for. Meanwhile, Angel Reese kept talking. She didn't back down. She made it clear this wasn't about hate. It was about fairness, about visibility, about making sure that when one woman gets to the top, she doesn't close the door behind her. Angel wasn't attacking Caitlin. She was attacking the system that built Caitlin up without doing the same for everyone else. Caitlin Clark panicked, not because Angel exposed a secret, but because Angel exposed the weight of her rise. She wasn't just a baller anymore. She was a symbol, a lightning rod, a walking headline. And the girl who once just wanted to hoop was now being pulled in 100 directions. The question now isn't whether Caitlin Clark deserves the spotlight. The numbers say she does, the fans say she does, even Michael Jordan says she does. The real question is, can she handle what comes with it? Because this isn't just basketball anymore. It's politics, it's race, it's legacy, and Caitlin Clark just became the center of it all.